Okay, so I want to go over scheduling again. Okay, a lot of times we need to create schedules for pieces of equipment, and Revit can do that pretty good. Let's see, there should be a schedule around here somewhere. Let's see here. So what I'm gonna do is create this domestic hot water schedule. Okay, there is a schedule that I'm going to create, and this is a PDF. So what I'm gonna do, this is a PDF from an AutoCAD file that I have. I'm gonna transfer this information over to Revit. Okay, so Revit has to create this schedule, and what Revit does, what AutoCAD doesn't do, is as you bring in your pieces of equipment, the schedule, if you set it up right, it should populate. It should populate with water heater 1, water heater 2, in location 1, location 2. Make and model the same, model number is about the same, should be okay. So they're not, because they're different. Okay, so yeah, all of this stuff is from an AutoCAD class or an AutoCAD drawing, AutoCAD work. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna recreate that in Revit. Okay, because Revit Revit can create schedules, but it can update automatically, which makes it pretty good or better than AutoCAD. I'm trying to get to my schedules, or my sheets. Okay, they were hidden back here. I just want to show you guys. See, this is the sheet. This is a Revit schedule sheet. Okay, all of this stuff is based off of the information that's in the model. Okay, here's a recirc pump schedule that needs to be populated, but once I put the recirc pump in, then all of this should populate. Okay, so all the plumbing fixture connection, ejector pump schedule, hot water expansion schedule. Okay, so what I need to do, let's go back to the floor plan. I need to create a domestic hot water heating schedule, right? Hot water heater schedule. This is a hot water heater. Okay, so this heater, if we go to, okay, let's slow down. When you bring in your equipment, you want to edit the family. Okay, so let's go, no, what is this? That's not what I want. I want this one. So when you bring in your pieces of equipment, these are the parameters. This top part, unit tag located, tank capacity. You can resize these schedules as they come into your sheet, however you want to. Height of tank, operating weight, service type, and these all can be put in an order that you like. The unit tag is first, located in room is second, but we can change all of that information. Okay, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna double click on this schedule, and it brings up another box or another view or whatever, however you want to call it, interface or whatever it is. The schedule interface. Okay, so when you see this, let's go back. Let me close this. I double clicked. This is the sheet that it's on, and when you double click on your schedules, you can edit the schedule, okay, down in the bottom right-hand corner. These are the fields. And what I was doing was showing you guys how these parameters are, where they're located in the schedule. Located in the room is second. Unit tag is first, because in the fields, okay, unit tag, located in room, and this is the schedule properties, okay? And the top row are your parameters, okay? All right. And this is how it looks. The unit tag is first, located in room is second. I can change this for where the tank capacity, instead of it being third, I can make it second. However you want to format it, you can do it in this schedule properties box, okay? So let's say I want tank capacity to be second in the row or in the column, okay? So you choose your parameter, and you can choose these up and down arrows, okay? So now my tank capacity is going to be second, and located in what room is going to be third. So I'll say okay to that, and the schedule updates, okay? So you can manipulate this schedule however you want it, you know, so that whatever you're reading, however your office standard is, you can conform to those standards. I'm just putting it in here as an example of how you can do what with a schedule. Okay, so let's go back to the water heater. So the water heater, there's two ways that you can do this. That's the expansion tank. It depends on your schedules, okay? So what you can do, you can look at schedules. Let me bring this back over. You can look at schedules and see a pattern, okay? This domestic hot water heater schedule and the hot water expansion tank schedule, they have, what do they have in common, right? They got the unit tag, which is usually how schedules look and on a set of drawings, right? You got the unit tag, you have the location, make, model. All of this is typical for a schedule. Service type, and so it depends on the equipment, because an expansion tank is not going to have BTUs, okay? That's for a hot water heater. The storage tank, right? This is our recovery, right? There's the dimensions are going to be the same. Electrical information, you need that for the hot water heater, but you don't need it for the expansion tank, and so on. You know, it depends. You know, unit tag, location, make, model, service type, total GPM, you know, that's going to be different. Feet, head, you know, all the electrical pieces of equipment, just like in the hot water heater. You're going to need that in the circulation pump, but you don't need it for something that doesn't have the electrical properties that these other two have, okay? So you look at like a pattern of information that you can use. I'm going to put this back over here. And what I like to do is when I come down here, I'm going to copy, right click, duplicate the schedule. What was that? I was in, I can duplicate it on the sheets. I thought I was in the schedules browser property. Okay, so I'm gonna rename this. Let's rename to, let's go hot, where is it? Okay, hot water Okay, hot water heater is, okay. So we got the hot water heater schedule, okay, which is this guy now. Okay, let's close this up. And so the hot water heater schedule already has the unit tag, the all this other parameters. Let's go back. Let's go back. On here, the hot water heater. And the parameters, I want to show the parameters and how to get them. Let's go back. Okay, for example, this unit tag, okay? You see this unit tag where it says unit tag? Now, how does that happen? How do I get all of this information in here? Well, you saw how I did hot water heater, right? How I copied a schedule and renamed it. It has all the properties of the previous schedule, but we're going to change that. Okay, you know how to do that. Let's go. I'm going to show you this unit tag piece of information. It could be anything. It could be anything that's going to call out your equipment with a particular designation, right? That unit tag for the expansion tank is EX-1. And however many unit tanks I have, it's going to populate to 2, 3, 4, right? Okay, so let's go back to the water heater. And it's unit tag property, okay? So you see this information, this unit tag, this is P domestic water heater -1. And I put a P here because it's going to help me sort out information when you populate schedules in Revit. You have to think about how things are going to work in a schedule. And okay, let's go through this. So unit tag is that I get the unit tag from a set of parameters that you create. Okay. So this unit tag comes from a set of parameters. This is the new parameter. This is a new parameter if we want to create a new parameter. So we can click on this icon, I guess you could call it icon, and the parameter properties box will open. So what we want to do, we want to share these parameters. So I'm going to choose share and go into, when I go to select, it's going to bring up another box that I've created or that can be created. If there was nothing in here, edit would be available. Then you go through here and you can say new. These are the groups, okay? These are the groups. All of these parameter groups. And you can create a new group by this group. Are these groups. So you just create a new group. But because I don't need to create a new group at the moment, I guess you can create as many as you want to. It's more or less a folder type thing, because each group has its set of parameters. Like home plumbing has a set of parameters. Okay, materials has a set of parameters, and they can be a lot better than what I'm showing here. So, and this is over years, years of populating these kinds of things. And as I get better at it, then I guess concrete would be a material. Backflow preventer is a piece of equipment, right? So you would come in, is equipment here? No, let's do a new one, new group, equipment. Okay, so we got equipment. Let's say yes to that. And we can go back to, was it calculation? No, it was materials, right? Flow preventer. Okay, we have flow preventer. Now we can move this guy into equipment. So I'm going to highlight it. Can I highlight more than one? Let's see. Yeah, good. I don't know what these are. I should delete these. Delete. You want to delete? Yes. So you have to be sure. I know I'm not using these, so deleting these is not going to be a problem. So I can delete this, okay. So I'm gonna leave it there, but anyway, so backflow preventer, water meter, width of concrete, I'll leave that there. But anyway, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna move those two parameters, equipment pieces of parameters, no less, and move those into my equipment group. Okay, so now those two have equipment. I should call it plumbing equipment, but anyway, by default I guess it is. Okay, so I'll say okay to this. So my unit tag is in, I think I put it in tags. I should be down here in the unit. And by the way, these are all alphabetical order, guys. Okay, so if you're looking for unit tag or volts or asbestos, you know, it's going to be in alphabetical order. If you have a very long list and you want to go all the way down, let's say you want to go down to Q. So you can highlight one of these and just on your keyboard, just type Q. But there's no Q. Let's say it is going to be T, right? So you're all the way up in all of this. Just click in the area and on your keyboard type T and it will scroll all the way down. Okay. And let's go here, type A, and it goes back up. So if you know where what parameter you need, and these parameters are, you got like 1,000 of these guys, then the easy way to do that is you highlight it and type the first letter of that particular parameter. Okay, whatever alphabet that is. So yeah, so these are the parameters that you have. This is a unit tag. I'm going to cancel this and show you. So what you can do, say I needed another parameter. So you select this and you go to, let's go to tags. And we're looking for a parameter called unit number. Let's say let's call it unit number. So I don't do I have a unit number? Let's go and type U. There's no unit number. There's only one parameter that starts with a U. So I'm going to edit this parameter group. I want to edit the parameter group. And what Revit doesn't do, it doesn't keep that parameter group as you choose these buttons, okay, to do whatever you need to do. Revit doesn't update or keep you in that particular group. So you have to go in and choose it again, okay, and type new. I'm going to call this equipment number, okay, and type of parameter is going to be a text. So you have all of these different parameter types that you can use, but for schedule I'll use just the text, and I'll say okay to that. And so it kept it that time. See, it's in tags, so you have to be sure to check your group and make sure that it's consistent with the name you gave it, or it's in the right folder. I'll say okay to this. And see, you have to go back to tags And what did I call it? Equipment? Oh, here it is. Equipment number. When you say OK to this, it's going to populate the properties, the parameter property, okay? So in share parameters that we just created, I'll say OK to this. It's in text. Everything looks okay. That's the name, discipline, common, type of parameter. We're going to group it under text, okay? This is the text in the family types, okay? So when I say OK to this, equipment number is going to populate in here because I told it to list in the text dialog box, text category, okay? All right, group. I'll say OK, and there's our number of equipment, okay? So with that being said, the number of equipment, this number, I'm going to call it let's call it this water heater 1, right? I'll call it water heater 1. And say OK to this. And let's look at, see, okay. So in the properties, now this water heater has the parameter added to it, okay? This is the parameter, equipment number. Let's do this. Let's call it P, because I want my, okay, let me, P. Okay, I'll leave it at that. Okay, so we have created our name to go into our schedule, right? We're going to create a name that's going to go right here. I'll put it next to the tank capacity. It's going to be unit tag equipment number. Okay, so let's go back, view this one. So now we're done here. I'm going to load this into the project. I want to save changes. Yes. Yes, I want to replace. And I want to override the existing version and its parameter values. I'll say OK to that. It's not currently editable. Would you like to make it editable and continue? I'm going to say yes to all of these. Okay, so now on the water heater schedule, you go to its properties. Okay, and the properties are down here in the lower right hand corner. I'm going to click on this, and these are all of the parameters for the schedule, the hot water heater schedule. Okay, now we just created the equipment number. Okay, it's not part of this yet, so what you have to do is bring it in. You have to load it in, and to load those parameters in, you want to use new parameter again, because it's not listed here. It didn't default down into the Revit model. It stayed up in where the family was. Okay, so now you come to, you want to load your share parameter that you created onto your schedule. So I'll select, let's go back. So I select the new parameter. Okay, these are the available fields, and this is the schedule field, okay? Schedule fields, that means this is going in the schedule. And this is what you're going to pull from your model or from a parameter or any kind of location, okay? These are the available fields. I can choose this and say, yes, I want the BTUs per hour. But I don't want the BTUs per hour, okay? So you can pull anything from the left screen, you can pull that over to the right screen. Add parameter. Choose, add. Okay. But what we're going to do, we're going to go up into the parameter sphere. Okay, the properties. And we're going to choose that parameter that we created a little while ago. I'm going to choose here, and it is in tags, right? Tags, equipment number, that's this guy. And I'll say okay to that. Equipment number. Okay. Everything looks okay. I'll say okay to this, and it populated here. Okay. So I'm going to move it up. I'm going to move it up, move it up, move it up. Move it up. One more. Okay, so unit tag, equipment number. I'm going to say okay to this, and it should go second. Okay, so that's the equipment number. Now, I put the PWH1 here, okay, in the family, but what it didn't do was transfer that over when it created the parameter for the schedule. Okay, so I'm gonna delete this. I'm gonna say okay, and always use load into project. Just say yes to all of these. Okay, escape to that. And the water heater schedule, okay, we still have equipment number that we need data for. Now, how do we get that? So, on your equipment, when you choose it, it is a type of equipment. So all of the information that you need is going to be in that type. Okay, you see? So I'm going to call this PWH-1. Wait a minute. Wait. Copy this. Wait. Okay. I'm gonna leave that like that. I think I know what's happening. I'm gonna say okay to this. And it's still not there. Okay, let's go back. Let's go back. I want to see which one it's reading. I'm going to put another P here and say okay to this. And I'm going to go back to the family. Okay, so it's updating. So if I change it here, let's put some number in here. Say yes to all of this. Yes. Schedule, no, let's go here. And let's see if we get a weird number. Yeah, okay, that's what we want. So what's happening is, I know what's happening. I'll say okay to this. Now we go to the schedule. Go to the schedule, what was it, W? Go to the schedule, because it's on a different filter. See, the unit tag. Filter by, I want to filter by equipment number, and it begins with a W. Okay, so that was the hold up. Itemize, and we gotta, let's do this, sort by equipment number, formatting, equipment number, making sure that it's okay, it's not hidden. Yeah, the appearance is okay. So we're gonna leave it like that. I'm gonna say okay to this. And there's our equipment, tank capacity. Okay, so this is just this is just a little bit this is an example, and all of this can be can be. You just go in and repeat the same process throughout the rest of the schedule. Okay. So all of this can be changed. You can put this as number 1. You can use unit tag. It doesn't matter. But the important thing to do to remember is when you fill out this information, you want to go to edit type and fill out the information here. Okay. Let's see. Let's cancel this. Hot water, heater, tank capacity. Let me look at my notes. Input BTUs. All of this. Height of tank, operating weight, diameter of tank, model number, located in room. See, all of this, maybe tank capacity is not. I would say storage capacity. Okay. So if there's something, let's say I don't need this tank capacity. Okay. So we go in, and tank capacity is here. And here. So I can hide tank capacity. So I'm customizing my equipment schedule for a hot water heater. So I don't need tank capacity, probably storage capacity. So is there storage capacity? Yeah, this one. So storage capacity, it was hidden. So I'm going to turn it on and say, okay. See? So now on here, there's storage capacity somewhere. Yeah, so we're here. And then you can fill out this information from here. See? Let me move that to 200 gallons. Storage capacity, 200 gallons. Okay, storage capacity, 200 gallons. And you go on and on and on throughout your schedule to customize it however you want. Okay. Let me go. Let's do this. 32. I think I'm gonna stop here. So that's some of the scheduling. Okay, that can at least get your pieces of equipment on a schedule. You know. Okay, guys. I think I'm done. I hope that helped, and I will talk to you guys later.